travellers or welcome new travellers to the Willow Archives Podcast. I'm your host, Robin, and with me today is Gretchan, my co-host. We will be diving back into the world of Arceeya. Now, last time we talked about the world where magic is regulated, promises can become contracts, and the people who control both shape almost everything else. This time, we go to the start of our story, a town called Greenest. Greenest sits along a major trade route known as the Southern Wash. For those who can, on the screen is an image of Greenest, showing a town that rests in a wide, grassy valley with a river cutting straight through it from north to south. And at its center, a human-built wooden pier stretches across the water, housing the town's market and docks. A web of boardwalks and platforms connect the western and eastern sides, turning the river into both lifeline and spine.
The people of Greenest are known for being close-knit. The kind of place where folks know your name, your family, and probably what you had for supper last night. Life used to be slow. People had time for each other. Neighbors helped neighbors, not because they had to, but because that's just how things were done. And unlike the larger cities, people felt safe here. Safe enough that there wasn't much need for guards or the watch.
Well, at least that's how it used to be. With this position along a major trade route, Greenest has seen overwhelming growth over the last 20 years. The town has nearly tripled in size. It's found its way onto the map, and now, each day, more ships arrive, bringing people from all walks of life. Traders, merchants, high-ranking church officials, and even the nobility passing through on the way to something bigger. But with the fame and the riches comes everything else.
Let's not dress it up too nicely. You got drifters, day laborers, scavengers, folks looking for a second chance or hoping no one asks why they need one. Greenest is busy enough to disappear in, small enough to live off of, and messy enough that no one fully controls it. And, as you can imagine, that kind of change doesn't sit well with everyone.
Many of the families who live off this land for generations finds the shift unsettling. The pace is faster, the faces unfamiliar, and the town they knew is starting to feel like something else. At the same time, others, especially those tied to trade, found the growth enriching. More ships means more coin, more demand, and more opportunities.
And that's where the trouble starts. 'Cause now you got two sides of the same town. The ones who want things to stay the way they were, and the ones who've already moved on.
And that divide becomes quite literal.
Yeah, the folks making the coin off the new arrivals, they've drifted towards the western side of the town. And those who want nothing to do with it, they've settled on the other side.
With the pier and all the people it brings sitting right in between them.
Greenest didn't fall apart. It just grew in different directions.
But lately, the tension in Greenest hasn't come from the people. It comes from what the people think they're seeing. Livestock's been going missing out on the edge of town. Not strange on its own, but the wolves, they've been emboldened, coming closer than they ever used to. Too close. And it's not just the farms. There are whispers, quiet ones, about children going missing in the night. No signs of struggle, no tracks left behind, just gone.
Some folks say it's spirits, old ones, the kind that don't like how crowded things have gotten. Whether those stories are true or not, they change how people look at each other. Doors are locked earlier. Children aren't left alone in fear. Fear needs someone to blame.
Which brings us to something else stirring beneath the surface of Greenest. Talks of leadership, of who should be guiding the town through this change.
And not everybody agrees on who that should be.
Two names have begun to surface more and more in those conversations. Butelg, a man of lower nobility, and Jackson, a man who holds the people's trust. In a town like Greenest, where fear's already taken root, people begin to look to one another for safety, for the community to stand on something sturdy in unsure times. But sometimes the things meant to hold you steady isn't what it used to be.
And the people you thought you knew is no longer who they used to be.
Someone who grew up in the same streets, walked the same paths, knew the same people. Someone who came back different. A person named...
No! Spoilers! No spoilers!
Oh, why not?
They'll have to read the book when it comes out.
But the book isn't out yet.
And whose fault is that? All right, it's yours.
Tread carefully, gnome, or I'll rewrite you as an orc.
You wouldn't dare.
Watch me.
You monster! How could you?
Wait, if I make you an orc, you'd be an orc tavern owner. And that's already been done. What a copyright nightmare. Fine, I'll change you back.
My beautiful body, thank the gods.
Since I can't say much more about the people just yet, let me tell you about a place instead. Just outside the town, along this southwestern edge where the valley meets the forest, there's an abandoned well.
If a well built near a river town wasn't weird enough, it's only made weirder by the fact that the well contains no water. We're talking bone dry all year round.
And it's not just the water that's missing. The stone itself is wrong. The walls are built from ivory white stone, smooth, pale, and not native to the area. There are stories about the well, the kind people don't tell unless they're certain no one is listening.
Back when the floods used to come in heavy, before all the boardwalks and raised platforms, the ground wouldn't hold a burial. It was too wet, too soft.
So the people of Greenest did what they had to. They placed the dead in the well, just for a time, until the waters receded, long enough to give them a proper burial. But that practice, it didn't last.
Because when they went back for them, they were gone. Not disturbed, not washed away, just gone.
After that, what once had been whispers about the well became sightings. Villagers began reporting things, shapes in the dark, things crawling up from the well.
It didn't take long for the whole village to start keeping the distance. Parents banned their children from stepping foot near it. No one goes near it, not for any reason. But curiosity got the best of one child.
No one agrees on what happened next. The children that witnessed the fall, some say she slipped. Others say she was pushed. And some say something reached up and pulled her in.
The poor girl was only down there for about an hour. Whatever happened in that well, it came back up with her. When they pulled her out, she couldn't speak. She was silenced by the horrors that were witnessed.
That's when the village went to the Church of the Living Tree. The church never asked questions, didn't argue with the village. They sealed the well, a single boulder set over the opening. The well closed for good, or so they believed.
The child was then taken by the church shortly after, in hopes that faith might be able to mend her broken mind.
Even after such a strange event, people have to move on, and the people of Greenest know how to bury their problems. But with every stranger that passes through its gate, new problems follow close behind. And lately, the strangest of them all haven't come from within the valley, but from the north, from the city of Drovehaven. Next time, we take a deeper look at the city of Drovehaven, the people and the strange occurrences unfolding within its walls.
I've got a tavern there called the Drowned Fish. I'll have someone keep a seat warm for you. Till next time.
And that is all the time we have for today. Until the next record is unsealed, stay curious.